When the owner was serving in the army, a mysterious voice echoed from behind its majestic walls. Recently, the virtual world was shocked by an unexpected report. The sound of music from a new studio was heard echoing from the mansion owned by Jungkook, a BTS member who is currently undergoing military service. This immediately sparked wild speculation among fans and the media. How is it possible for an idol's private studio that is not at home to be alive and active? And more interestingly, who dares to touch that very private space? The question now hangs over the minds of many. Is this the beginning of a great work, or is it just someone's whim? The mysterious sound of music from the studio at the Jungkook mansion has sparked curiosity, speculation, and heated debate among BTS fans and the general public. Looking at the history of BTS, especially Jungkook, their every move is rarely without purpose. As one of the most recognized global artists, Jungkook is known to be a perfectionist. Even while he is serving in the army, the possibility that he remains remotely involved in a creative project is not entirely impossible. Some fans believe that the sound of the music could be part of BTS's next project, or even Jungkook's long-awaited solo album. However, not everyone believes that this is something planned. It is possible that the sounds of music heard are just the result of technical activity in the mansion. For example, a staff member who is inspecting studio equipment or using the facility for another project. In fact, the theory that the mansion is being rented temporarily also appeared. Although there was no confirmation of this, if so, is this action appropriate? Fans question the ethics of anyone daring to use Jungkook's personal space without his permission. Does this indicate a lack of respect for the privacy of a big idol? Whether this is the start of a big surprise or just a technical test, the public's attention to this mystery shows how much influence Jungkook has had in the music industry and pop culture. When it comes to Jungkook, we are not only talking about a talented idol, but also a figure who lives in a world full of luxury and creativity. One of the real proof is his luxurious mansion in the elite Itaewon area, Seoul. However, this mansion is not just a residence. It holds many secrets, especially a private music studio that is now the subject of heated discussion. Jungkook's mansion is one of the most talked about properties among K-pop fans. Bought at a price that reportedly reaches billions of won, this house reflects not only his wealth, but also his taste in choosing a place to live. With spectacular views, modern design, and the latest technology, this mansion is a symbol of the success of an idol who has carved his name on the international scene. However, this mansion is not just magnificent on the outside. Inside, there are spaces designed specifically to support Jungkook's creative side, including a private music studio built with state-of-the-art equipment. The private music studio in the mansion is not just an ordinary room. This is the place where Jungkook created most of his magnum opus. With professional standard equipment, the room is designed to maximize creativity and productivity. In several interviews, Jungkook has mentioned how he loves the process of creating music and how important it is to have a comfortable space to channel his ideas. The studio became a very personal place for Jungkook, where he could freely experiment with sound without restrictions. Many fans believe that some unreleased songs from BTS or their solo works were created in the space. Before starting his military service, Jungkook was known to carry out extensive renovations in the mansion, especially in his studio. Some fans got hints from posts on social media showing new equipment and a more modern layout. This led many to speculate that Jungkook may have prepared the space for use by his team during his absence. However, this renovation also raises big questions. If the studio wasn't meant to be used while Jungkook was away, why was there a musical noise heard recently? Who has access to that space? The mansion is also famous for its strict security system. With state-of-the-art technology, including CCTV surveillance and 24-hour security, it is almost impossible for anyone to enter without permission. However, reports of musical sounds heard from the studio indicate unexplained activity. Does this indicate a security loophole, or is anyone legally allowed to use the studio? Until now, this question remains unanswered. Jungkook Mansion is not only the residence of a global star, but also a place full of mysteries. With all its luxury, the mansion sets the stage for unexpected stories that continue to attract the attention of fans and the media. Is the sound of music just a small distraction? Or is it the beginning of something big? What is clear, this luxurious mansion is now in the spotlight, not only because of its owners, but also because of the secrets it keeps. Are you also curious about what is really going on behind the majestic walls of the Jungkook mansion? Or do you believe this is just an exaggerated coincidence? As always, BTS or ARMY fans never run out of theories. One of the most talked about theories is the possibility that one of the other BTS members, such as J-Hope or Jin, who has already completed his military service, uses the studio for their music production needs. As the two members are known for producing songs, this theory sounds plausible. However, this theory was also broken by some fans who noted the busy schedules of the other BTS members. Another theory that is also quite popular is that the mansion is being loaned to one of the famous producers who may be working with Jungkook remotely. However, until now there is no confirmation from the agency or related parties about this. As the sound of music from the private studio at the Jungkook mansion begins to be heard, speculation, worry, and enthusiasm fill the digital space. The big question now is, what really happened there? And more importantly, what does all this mean for the future of the star as well as the music world that she always surprises with her creativity? For BTS fans, the sound of music coming from Jungkook's studio is not just a coincidence. Many believe that this is the beginning of something big, perhaps a new project, an undisclosed collaboration, or even a long-awaited solo work. As a known perfectionist artist, Jungkook may have prepared a lot of things before his conscription. If it is true that the studio is actively used for musical projects, then this can be a signal that a masterpiece is on the way to shaking up the music world. However, who is behind the scenes? Is this part of BTS's preparations to return as a full-fledged group? Or is it a new collaborator taking advantage of Jungkook's creative space? In this digital age, nothing is impossible. Jungkook may have arranged to use the studio remotely, working with producers or collaborators to continue working despite his military service. It is also possible that the sound of the music is the result of a recording or production process that he has previously arranged. If this is true, then the mystery of Jungkook's studio is living proof of how technology can allow artists to continue working without physical limitations. It also shows how serious Jungkook is in maintaining his creative momentum, even when he is not directly involved. On the other hand, many fans are worried about Jungkook's privacy. If the studio is used by a person without his knowledge, then this becomes a big question about the safety of his mansion. As a global idol with a high level of public scrutiny, Jungkook's privacy should be a top priority, both by his management and related parties. As a group with a global fanbase, BTS and its management often use unconventional approaches to attract attention. If this is true, then the mystery of Jungkook's studio could be the first step to announcing something big, whether it's an individual project, a group collaboration, or even a new step in BTS's musical journey. With all the speculation going around, one thing is certain is that the world is waiting. Be it a coincidence or part of a planned strategy, this mystery has managed to arouse the curiosity of millions of people. Will this studio become the cradle of the next legendary work? Or will this mystery just disappear without an answer? Only time can give certainty. Until then, the one thing that remains is anticipation. And with Jungkook, that anticipation is always worth the surprise that comes. What do you think? Will this mystery unfold as something monumental? Or will it end up as an unanswered riddle?